Hey everybody, it's Frankie, your Universe United Mrs. 2025. And we are, goodness gracious, lost count of the episodes, but that's great because for me that shows growth. So, what I was just thinking about was it is February, middle of February-ish, right? So we done had Valentine's Day and Galentine's Day and all the things. And I realized I'm like, we're halfway through my reign because I actually crowned my successor in July. And I was like, you know what? Let me get on here and just kind of reminisce on, where I started and where I'm going. As I've shared with you all in other videos, it took two times to win the national title. My first year, I took the first runner up. And this year I took the win, or in 25 and 24, I was the first runner up, and in 25, I took the win. And when I watch my crowning moment, I still tear up. Like I put a lot of hard work and dedication and drive into winning my title for this year. Like my mantra the whole time I was preparing is I'm respectfully going to murder the competition. Respectfully, right? I wasn't going in there for anything but a win. So, and I really put a lot of hard work, effort, and all the things. I've been very diligent in my social media presence. I've been very diligent in my appearances, my community service, like all the things. I've been very mindful and I've been an active participant in my reign. So as I sit and I think like, oh my gosh, in 6 months, I won't be Universe United Mrs. anymore. I mean, I will always be your forever Universe United Miss 2025. No one will ever have that title but me. But I'll give my title to my successor. So like it's like bittersweet just because you work so hard. But I can tell you one thing, like I didn't leave anything on the table when I won. And I this year doesn't owe me anything. As I said, I've been very diligent in my posting, my content, my community service, the things I've done, the people I've met. I, I've taken on a lot of mentorship this year. I am also a pageant director. And so I've really been leaning very deep into my girls say they want to get into pageantry. So I'm here for it. I'm here to help them with their goals and their dreams and all the things they want to do. And so as I reflect over my past 6 months, I've done a lot. So I took the crown in July of 25 and then got right to work. So in Tennessee, school starts in August. So like one of my big community service things I did the first off was a book bag drive along with my friend Sheena Dixon, and her husband owns a barbershop school, and they gave free haircuts. And so I assisted them with collecting school supplies, backpacks, helping them pack the backpacks, and then actually volunteering. And it was like a 3-part series I did right away. Some other community service I did was I helped my son collect some toiletries for their initiative at school. They wanted to prepare a certain number of family packs for a community service drive that they were doing. Made numerous appearances. Got to support a few people. Went to a few Miss America preliminaries in support of one of my girls. Did some judging, which was a new adventure for me, but I really enjoy judging pageants. It's really fun. I love providing feedback. Also in those, with doing the judging and stuff, I'm a very interactive judge. I do, like to talk to people, especially like your first runners up, because a lot of times when you don't win a pageant, you think you like lost, and it's not always like that. I've lost the supreme title by less than a point. My final score, it was a 99.3. It was my final score, and I did not get the supreme title. So that means, either she got perfect scores or she beat me by less than a point. You know what I'm saying? Even less than a point. But I didn't do any competing this year. I put full focus on really just leaning into my title and being your Universe United Mrs. 2025. Um, got to go to a really fancy like gala like right away. I had a friend who gave me a ticket. The tickets were $150 and they sold out quickly and I wasn't able to get one. And luckily my friend was like, well, you can take mine and I was able to make it. So I ended up taking her ticket, had a really good time. Um, so I've had a really good 6 months. And so, what do I see for myself in my next 6 months? Continue to do what I'm doing, leaning into community service. I really want to do a community service. Not a community service, I'm sorry. It is community service, but I want to do a health fair. I've done two before. It's been a few years. My last one was in 24. So we're coming up to 2 years of not doing one. The city does do a health fair. So just trying to figure out what the best methods is for me to align my efforts is to already something existing and see where I can lend my efforts or to actually do my own. So trying to figure that out. Continue to do more judging. I have some judging coming up in March and April. So really excited about that. Um, the pageant I direct is in June, so that's going to happen. And as we prepare for that, we have all of the programming that we provide for our girls moving up to the pageant day. And then in July, I traveled to Lenore, North Carolina to crown my successor. So I look for, when I go up there, I plan on having, the best time, really encouraging my division, letting them have, be at ease and just know, anytime you show up to a pageant, you shouldn't, depending on how your mindset is, I don't look at my competitors as competitors, right? I'm really just competing with myself. So the goal is for me to give my best performance. So, I don't allow that to deter me, what I'm saying, from making friends or anything like that. So I've always had a really good time, during pageant week. I don't let I'm my only competition. So, and I take it for that, and that's what I move with. So, I'm hoping that I can create that same atmosphere in my division for this year. Really exciting. We do have. I'm active military, so we actually have a girl who's active duty, and her and I've been talking, and just sharing some things in terms of just, hey, how is it being a title holder, and being the title. And I'm like, you know, I'm lucky enough where I haven't really dealt with anything to stop me from getting things done. I've been able to fulfill my duties, do all the things, and I haven't really had any problems. So that's just been really lucky for me. So hopefully, if she was to win, she would have that same support from her unit and their command and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm actually, you might say, why are you dressed up? I don't dress like this normally, but I am on my way to an interview type situation. Because even though this title will be up soon, I'm looking at the next opportunities on how I can serve another pageant organization and how that pageant can serve me with my goals as well. I really do enjoy being a title holder. I really do enjoy representing a system. And my current system, their next age division doesn't start till 50. So I have a good number of years before I'll be eligible to do that. So until, in the meanwhile, I will start looking into different organizations to see what they're about. I have made content on that about, what makes you select different pageant systems and things like that. For me, it comes to affordability, prize package, and then just does that pattern system align with my goals and things I want to accomplish? Once all that stuff aligns for me, that is a sign that it's definitely meant for me to do that system. That's why I landed with UUM originally. And even at the beginning, the prize package, that sounds weird, but the prize package wasn't really something that stood out too much for me. But as I've started seeing how much work it is to be a title holder, it really is important that you're being properly compensated for your time and the efforts and what you're doing to represent that pageant system, which is why a prize package should be something that you consider based upon what that system is actually asking of you to do. But we're close to our end of the time. So I just want to jump on here and just talk about my 6 months in, 6 months left to go and my with everything. So I'm glad I got to jump in here and have a conversation with you guys. All right. Talk to you later.